Welcome to CPPHS Activities. I'm Aryana, and on this episode, we will explore the new girls' flag football team and different bands that you can
So practices for flag football usually look like an hour to an hour and a half. We do some basic stretching drills such as high knees and stuff like that. We don't do any push-ups or any sit-ups. It's all focused on keeping muscles from tearing or cramping or anything like that. We also do a thing where we have second team, like me, doing defense and first team doing offense, so that way our quarterback can get some throwing reps in while we try and push our starters to do their very best.
What's like working together with your team and your coach like?
Working with our coach is very, very easy. He takes our thoughts and our ideas into account when he's coming up with practices and new things like that. Working with the team is pretty easy too. There's usually no fighting, and we've only had a couple of mishaps of miscommunication, but other than that, we're solid. We're always solid, especially on game days such as this one.
You have a game tonight?
Oh yes, we have a game against Binghamton. It's our second time against them. We prepared yesterday during practice. Honestly, it should be quite the easy victory.
What days do you usually have practices?
We have practices every day, so it could rain, and we could still have practice. I mean, that's what you sign up for when you want to do a sport. You're not going to practice today or anything like that unless we've worked our butts off the previous day for a game or something like that. Practices, like I said before, usually last like an hour and a half. And holidays you get them off. So Memorial Day we had practice off, which was actually really nice. And we've had some late practices and we've had some early practices, but the majority of them are like early, from like 3:15 to 4:45.
What's it like being on one of the first girls flag football teams that our school has had?
It's definitely a lot of paparazzi and publicity. We've had our pictures taken multiple times, and our captains for flag football have gotten several interviews for Southern Tier Sports Report. We're even actually in the Corning Athletic Hall of Fame, which is really cool. We also got our banners and stuff for pictures free. I mean, our pictures themselves, those were not free. But we even had a photographer come in last week, and we had like a kind of like a photo shoot, and all of that was free. So it's actually really cool to be one of the first girls flag football teams for Corning. It's definitely one of the more history-making sports there is at the moment. Sorry, lacrosse.
You're a freshman, so are you planning on doing flag football for the rest of your high school years?
Absolutely. Like, I don't even need to question this anymore. There was a couple of times where I was just like, okay, so I'm only going to do this for a year. I'm only going to do this for a half a year. No, I am deciding to go through this all the way to senior year, but I am not going to get scouted. I would rather not. That's, to me, I would prefer academic scholarship, so it's not in my future to be scouted for the sport. but I enjoy it and it keeps me active, so I might as well just keep doing it.
Have you made friends with people on your team?
Oh yeah, I've made loads of friends on the team. Like my friend Danielle, she's number 20. Brooke Johnson, number 5. Grace Robertson, number 8. She's like our most hilarious girl on the team. Loves to joke around, loves to get like really ridiculous. Also, my friend Sophia, who's a transfer student from Spain, she's really, really nice and just really one of the backbones of the team. Like, she's always looking out for the other person. But I could honestly say that my team's becoming more and more like family than anything else.
So you've had a lot of fun with it this year.
Definitely. I mean, I know I don't get to play much, but just cheering for the team is what really makes the whole entire thing exciting, you know?
How many games have you had this?
We've had 10 normal games, and we are on our last sectional game, and then we have a championship game, I believe, on Saturday. And that'll be whoever wins for Section 2. We are Section 4, so we have to play against Binghamton tonight, which is going to be one of the best games that there is. But I will tell the whole entire world right now, Corning's always on top. Binghamton has got nothing on our athletic department in any sport.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what bands have you been in since freshman year?
Since freshman year, you can have the option of choosing comp band or performance band, but I chose to do them both. So my freshman year, I did both competition band and performance band, and then after that season, it's concert band. My freshman year, I did not do indoor drumline, but I did do it my sophomore, junior, and senior year.
Did you do both bands for sophomore, junior year as well?
Yes. I've done both bands all 4 years of my high school career. Well, my sophomore year was COVID, so it wasn't like the actual thing because of the lockdown and stuff. We couldn't travel anywhere. But I was still technically like enrolled in both of them for all 4 years.
Do you have a favorite one?
Definitely comp band. Performance band during my freshman year was amazing, but then it slowly got worse as the years went on, but comp band has always been amazing.
Do you have a favorite show that you've done?
That's a hard one because they're all so good, but I think this year's show, Slightly Off Kilter, is my favorite.
This year's Slightly Off Kilter was very fun. Have you done jazz band all 4 years too?
Nope. I did jazz band only half of my senior year, and then I quit.
Do you have a favorite piece from that?
I think I like the holiday and winter themed ones we did. They were fun.
Would you recommend jazz band for someone who's like thinking about joining it?
Yeah, jazz band's pretty fun and they need new people, but I also don't know what's going on with Mr. Allen right now, so.
So is jazz band not happening right now because he's not here?
I don't think it's happening. I think it stops for the 4th semester anyway because of parade season, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Did you do wind symphony all 4 years?
Yes. Well, not my freshman year because I was in concert band, but then after that, yes.
Do you have a favorite piece from that?
No. I think they were all equally good and challenging.
Do you have a least favorite piece from that?
Bolero, because it was boring.
Do you have a favorite show from Indoor Drumline?
I really liked all 3 of the shows I did, so I'm not sure if I can pick a favorite.
What were they?
The first one we did was Creep. That was my sophomore year. During COVID, we were actually allowed to do it. And then my junior year, I did Poetic Madness, which was based off Edgar Allan's Poe's The Raven. And then finally my senior year this year, we did Pathways.
Pathways.
Pathways was fun.
What's it like being in Indoor Drumline and like learning how to play a percussion instrument for the first time?
My freshman year, not my freshman year, my sophomore year, my first year, it was probably, I think it was a little difficult at first because I didn't even know treble clef or anything, and those challenges also carried on to my junior year, but once I got to my senior year, I kind of had like a better grasp on everything, and it went pretty smooth.
And you started playing marimba your senior year?
Yes, I played vibraphone for 2 years, and then marimba my senior year.
Which instrument do you like more?
I don't know. I think they both have their challenges, their strengths and weaknesses. They both have very different components. Like with baritone, it's a marching instrument, so you actually get to perform a bit more. But it was really cool having more complicated rhythms and like patterns in music with marimba. So I don't know which one I like more. Probably baritone because I've played it longer, but I don't know.
What influenced you to join Indoor Drumline?
Well, I don't really do any sports or anything, and I had such an amazing time during comp band and performance band that I just thought it would be cool to try something new. I almost did it my freshman year, but then I chickened out last second, so during COVID, I figured it would be a lot easier to like get introduced to something new, so that's why I joined.
Have you done pep band all 4 years as well?
Yes.
What's your favorite piece from that?
Oh, they're all so good, but I really love playing Painted Black.
Do you have a least favorite piece?
I don't think so, no.
Is there a game that you played at that particularly sticks out to you?
There's many that stick out to me that I don't remember like specifically, but there have been like so many amazing experiences. Like I remember games from my freshman year all the way up to now that were just like so full of energy and lively. You could see everyone connecting and having a great time. It's just overall a really positive environment.
Which band do you think would be best for someone who hasn't played an instrument before?
It really depends on what they're looking for. Like if they're looking to challenge themselves, then comp band is good. They're a bit more less strict in performance band, and it's more for like fun and like cheering on the football team. But I personally recommend comp band because one, they teach beginners, so not knowing an instrument isn't really a huge problem. Like they can pick it up pretty quickly, and we have some good instructors. And comp band is just overall really fun, and getting to know like your score at the end of the competition is like rewarding.
So you mentioned before that you didn't really like parade season.
Well, technically, I haven't actually had an official parade season because my freshman year, right before parade season would start, that's when COVID happened, so everything got canceled, and that carried through to my sophomore year. I've done individual parades, like on the Parade of Lights, and I think there was one for Darien Lake my sophomore year, and even last year things were still like a little iffy. So this year, I think everything's opening back up, and it'll be technically my first actual parade season.
Do you have a favorite piece that we're going to play for this parade season?
Give Me Everything Tonight is pretty fun, and it's like a newer song, so that's a good one. And it's not too challenging.
At the DC trip, what was your favorite day?
My favorite day was the zoo and seeing all the animals.
And that wasn't the first trip you went on, because you went to Ireland.
Yes, and before Ireland, my freshman year, I went to Florida. And then we had COVID, and then Ireland, and then DC.
Which trip did you enjoy the most?
Probably Ireland. It was really fun going out of the country for the first time.
What was the parade like in Ireland?
It was extremely long. I was exhausted at the end of it, and they made us wear hats as well because they thought it would be cold, but then it ended up not being cold.
What piece did you play at that parade?
Lyricing or
I don't know. It was some Ireland song.
something next. Wearing next.
Wearing of the green. Wait.
No.
I don't know.
Do you remember if you enjoyed playing that song or not?
Yeah, I think it was a good song.
Have you ever had a song for like any of the bands you've been in that you like really hated?
Bolero. It was literally a fever dream. Every single rehearsal felt like a fever dream. It's just so boring. At least my part, and then we play the same thing over and over. But yeah. I guess I didn't hate it, but probably my least favorite.
So you've really enjoyed being in band these past 4 years?
Yeah. I recommend band to everyone, ever, in the whole world. Especially this band. The school's band.
Yeah, we have a really good band program. Thank you for doing this.
musical students. I think we are so lucky to have all the opportunities we have. No matter what your interests are, there's always something for you. Be sure to check out my other episodes if you're looking for something to fill your time. Next, I'll be covering some electives and drama club. Thanks for tuning in.